It's like amazing when we were driving out here to see like all the various different grasses. I'm trying to think the last time I've been out here. It's been a long time. And how many acres are out here?
Just over 28,000 acres. We've got just under 2,000 head of bison.
And the 777 ranch, it's always been named the 777?
Yep. When my family bought the ranch back in the early 70s, that name came with the ranch, and so it has been around since the turn of the century.
Oh, it's really wonderful to come out here and just look at like all these buffalo. I feel like I'm like, I don't know, Annie Oakley or something. I don't know.
Living at the turn of the century.
Yeah, I mean it's just very magical.
Well, you know, it's been a long journey for us, and we're still not even where we want to be.
Because you've been here almost 30
Well,
years?
we've been practicing holistic management for 30 years, and that's
Okay.
about how long we've had bison too. And so actually over these 30 years, we've built topsoil, we're sequestering tons of carbon, we're building our biomass, our plant diversity has increased. Some of these pastures that we've had monocultured grass that was non-native, you know, by the way we time the animals coming in and grazing that, we're slowly getting rid of the monoculture non-native species and bringing more of the native species in and bringing back diversity. And it all has to do with giving the plants and the ground rest. So when we plan our grazing, we're planning for a 45 to 120 day rest period. So after that animal's been in here, after these guys leave, it'll be rested for at least 100 days because it's dry. If we were getting a lot of rain, then we could move them faster.
You know, so many people over the years, you know, they would like, you know, harvest the hay and feed their animals, but now, you know, people are trying to, you know, do away with hay and just kind of let the natural grazing, and I think I was reading about, you know, different variety of animals coming back and, you know, all kinds of things on the prairie.
Well, we've been lucky because we are certified 100% American grass-fed with the American Grass-Fed Association. And about 5 years ago, we decided to quit haying because, one, it was costing us more money than what it was worth. Bison really don't need it. When we quit haying, it allowed us to help bring back some of our wildlife species, particularly the sharp-tailed grouse. Because when we were haying, it was right during their nesting season, and so, you know, we were running over chicks and everything. But now our sharp-tailed grouse population is booming. It's pretty cool to see how, when you take care of the land and you work with it instead of against it, you can really manage for wildlife.
Now I'm looking at the buffalo, and how old should a buffalo be when you process it?
Well, you know, since we're grass-fed, if we were going to process animals for meat, they need to be probably closer to 3-year-old than 2-year-old.
Oh, okay.
If you're finishing them on grain, a 2-year-old's going to grow quicker and it's going to be ready sooner. But it's a whole art and science to finish an animal on grass only. You know, the only thing we really do feed our bison is a mineral, and we had to get that approved. And
well, then you could
step.
probably charge a little more, because in the end of the day, you do have to make a profit, and a lot of people buy buffalo to add to their own herd, or.
Well, we used to be in the meat business, but it got too costly. So what we do now is we have an auction once a year, and we'll sell calves, we'll sell some breeding bulls, we have yearling bulls, we have some meat bulls, and a few breeding heifers that we'll sell.
Now, why do you think it's so costly? Because, you know, sometimes you look at how much it costs to process a cow and then a buffalo.
Well, the demand for the meat. When you think there's not even 500,000 bison between Canada and the United States, I mean, we're still a growing industry. And, you know, when you think that there's 60,000 bison processed a year, the beef industry does that before noon.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a very niche market.
But
thank you.
Yeah, this has been really, you know, just such a great
It's good to have you back out here.
I
It's
know.
just been too long, MJ. No, it's an exciting time in the industry because people love the product, they like the story, And we got lots of really good producers in the industry, and we're all doing good things and promoting the animal. And
Now-
you know how awesome, I mean, it is our national mammal, and it's been here for thousands and thousands of years.